Quori-Tyler, aka QT, aka Books with QT, and today I am telling you exactly how to start and grow your own Bookstagram account. If you don't know, I'm a content creator. I create a bunch of different content, lifestyle, makeup, fashion, but most importantly, books. My book content is sometimes what does the best for me in my content creation career. I actually have a dedicated Bookstagram account where I post all of my book content, book videos, book pictures, recommendations, all that stuff, and it's called Books with QT. I started that Bookstagram account about a year ago, and I'm currently almost at 30,000 followers. I'm at 29.9, I believe. I've definitely accumulated a lot of tips and recommendations for people that are just starting out on Bookstagram and kind of what does the best and how to get the most views and followers and how to just grow your account. I have a whole notes app about my recommendations and tips on how to start, so let's just get straight to it. First things first, there's a lot of content that you can create on Bookstagram, but I'm going to narrow it down to 3. First is book flat lays, second is book quotes, and third is book videos. First, we have book flat lays. This is kind of how everyone starts their Bookstagram journey, with flat lays of books. It's basically just when books are on a table or the ground or your bed and you take a bird's eye view picture of the books. So my tips for flat lays is, number 1, you have to have good lighting. Don't do it in a dark room. Do it where the windows are close to wherever you're taking your flat lay. You have a lot of natural light, or if it is dark, then maybe you have a ring light or something. Just make sure that the books are very legible. People like to look at aesthetically pleasing flat lays. So my next recommendation is to have different things that they can look at in addition to the book. Don't just take a picture of one book, have a stack of books, and then also have different things around the books that kind of fill out that space so that there's not a lot of empty dead space. So you can use bows or candles or any little aesthetically pleasing things that you have lying around your room. My last tip for flat lays is to use the rule of 3s. This is a general photography rule that when you're taking a picture, it looks the most pleasing when there's 3 points of focus. So you'll have the books, maybe a little something on the side, and maybe your hand is also in the picture in the corner. For book flat lays, you basically just want to make sure that the photo looks aesthetically pleasing and that you have enough things in the frame that it fills up the picture and there's not a lot of dead space. The next type of content that's popular on Bookstagram are book quotes. So these are quotes that you find in the book that are romantic or funny or just kind of make you feel something. So I don't want you to just take a picture of the page of the book. You also want to make sure that you underline the exact quote that you want people to read and kind of make it decorative. Maybe add some hearts around the quote or some flowers. Don't be afraid to write in your book and really make it pretty and aesthetically pleasing. Again, everything kind of on Bookstagram always comes back to aesthetics. You can also use colorful gel pens or highlighters. I'll leave a link in my description of the different bookshops online that I know sell pens and highlighters specific for highlighting and annotating books. Okay, now on to my tips for book videos. This is like my baby, my heart and soul. I love creating book videos, and I have a lot of tips for this one. For book videos, typically you're making a video of trends or challenges, like the silent book review trend, or maybe you're making a recommendation list of like 5 books that you love. I don't know, I just love video editing and video content, so I create a lot of book video content, and we'll get to it later, but I think that's why I was able to grow so quickly on Bookstagram. So first tip, you want to start with a captivating hook. An example I have, one of my most viral Bookstagram videos, I started by saying, I'm going to do exactly what everyone says not to do. That hook captivated the audience and made people wonder, well, what is it that people don't want you to do that you're doing? And then I went on to say, I'm going to judge books by covers and go into the Barnes & Noble and pick out books solely based on their cover. So you want to have some kind of captivating hook that's going to make people interested in whatever video you're doing. The hook can even be just the caption that you write on top of the video. Maybe it's a video where you're just showing books, but in the caption it says 5 books that got me out of a reading slump. Like something that's going to make the person feel like I need to watch the rest of this video. Statistically, people watch the first 2 seconds of a video, and that's when they determine if they're going to stay watching this video or scroll to the next one. My next tip kind of goes with what I was saying, but make educational content. So how to get out of a book slump, 5 books for new readers, books you need to read this summer, something that's going to hook the audience and also something that's going to make them feel like you are a page where they can come to for recommendations. It's important to make educational content, and that doesn't mean teaching people how to do something, just content that people need to watch in order to know what to do, if that makes sense. Basically, if someone's in a reading slump and they see your video and it's 5 books that got me out of a reading slump, they're going to want to watch it, and then they're going to follow you because they know whenever they're in a reading slump again, they can go back to that video and see what the 5 book recommendations are. Or they might think that, oh, I really like this person's content, let me follow them them for other scenarios that I might be in that they can help me out of. My last tip is to think about what you as a reader would want to watch. Think about the season we're going into. For example, we're going into summer right now, and as a reader, I know that I like to know what everyone else is going to be reading for summer, or maybe what people read last summer that they really enjoyed. Okay, the next part of this video is how to grow. I know that's the number one thing everyone is wondering, especially if you've had a Bookstagram already and maybe you're not getting much traction, you're not getting new followers, you're not getting a lot of likes. This is the simple formula you need to use in order to grow. Number one, use hashtags. You can save a list of 30 hashtags in your notes app and literally just copy and paste it onto your caption anytime you post. Any kind of Bookstagram hashtag, I literally look up a set of 30 hashtags on Google and just copy whichever ones speak to me. You can use up to 30 hashtags in a single post, so save it into your notes and then you can paste it onto any caption. Number two is to interact with your peers. This doesn't mean interact with the biggest content creators and biggest Bookstagrams out there. You want to interact with people who have a similar following to you, just so that you're kind of getting yourself out there in the community, and then other people will repost your pictures onto their story if you're doing the same for them. You really want to be ingrained in the community and not just an outsider trying to post stuff and wait for everyone else to comment and like your stuff. And I honestly made some of the best Bookstagram friends in my early days of starting my Bookstagram just from interacting with different accounts. Okay, my next tip is gonna sound kind of crazy, but copy people. I don't understand why everyone feels like they have to reinvent the wheel all the time. Literally just copy the things that are trending or the things that get other people a lot of views and a lot of likes. There's ways that you can differentiate yourself without having to start a whole new challenge or a whole new concept of a video. You can take something that other people are doing and just make it your own and unique to yourself. For example, silent book reviews. I don't even know who started that, but if no one else would have copied it, the trend would have just fell. So it's okay to copy these trends that are doing well in the Bookstagram community and hopping on those things, and just copy what your favorite Bookstagram people are doing and recreate it in your own way. Because that's the great thing with books. Even if you take someone's idea of doing a silent book review, you're going to be reviewing different books than the person that started that trend. Or if someone does a video about their 5-5-star reads, you're going to have a different 5-5-star reads. So you're taking the idea without copying them word for word on what they're doing. Also, use popular sounds. If there's a sound that's trending that a lot of book talk people are doing or Bookstagram people are doing, use those sounds and make it relate to whatever Bookstagram content you want. Be inspiring. Don't just post cute book pictures or cute videos of you like holding a book up. Like, have a reason behind why you're posting the thing you're posting. Don't just post a flat lay of a bunch of random books that have nothing to do with each other. Maybe post a flat lay of the 3 fantasy books that got you into reading fantasy genre, and then make a caption related to why you're posting these books. That way it gives a why and an intention behind what you're posting, and not just you posting whatever for no reason. And then people will have no interest in following you. I kind of said this before, but I'll say it again. Comment on other people's posts. It's important to interact with other accounts. Comment on big creators' posts, comment on small creators' posts. Anyone who's posting things about books, comment and engage with their content. I found some of my favorite Bookstagram people because they've commented on other Bookstagrams that I follow. I'm always interested in finding new accounts and seeing other people that are talking about books. So if you're engaged in the conversation on someone else's post, their followers might be interested in coming to you and following you as well. Post consistently. This is something that every single content creator recommends to people who want to create content, but it's so important. The algorithm of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, any social media platform rewards people who are posting consistently on their app. I'd recommend to post every other day when you're first starting out, or at least 3 times a week at the minimum, but try to post every other day, even if you're doing the same kind of post but a little bit different, or recommending a few different books. Like, just post some. Also, once a post starts doing well, let's say you're getting a lot of traction on one video, post again the very next day, early the next day, a few hours after you post the video that is starting to get traction, because you'll get some overflow of views from the video that's going viral to your other videos. So you want to continue to capitalize on that virality, or whatever it's called. And then some miscellaneous tips I have. Take photos and videos of everything. Post on every platform. Even if you just want to be a Bookstagrammer, post on your TikTok, post on YouTube, literally anywhere, and that will gain traction to your Instagram account. Get inspired from Pinterest. If you're an account that just wants to make photos of books, get inspired from Pinterest. Literally recreate popular Pinterest posts or things that you like on Pinterest. Recreate it if they have like a flower lay or they have bows or something. Just use it as inspiration for what you create. And my last tip is to post on your stories and use engagement tools like polls, question boxes, quizzes, all of those little things that you can have your followers engage with, because Instagram specifically likes to see high engagement, and then they will continue to push you to more people. Okay, those are all the tips from my brain of how you can start and grow your Bookstagram account. I hope this video inspired you or encouraged you to start a Bookstagram account, or if you already have one and you're just looking for more ways to grow, I hope that this helps you in some way. Let me know what tips you're gonna try, and leave a comment down below of your Bookstagram handle. That way we can all follow each other and maybe start a little like community following train in the comments below. All right, bye guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah.